Brazil does not play about racism. I'm just seeing this story about Agustina Baez, a woman from Argentina. She went to Brazil and she's on vacation in Brazil. She had a dispute over a food bill, right? And so she started making monkey gestures and racial slurs to the employees. They reported her. And guess what? She could face 5 years in a Brazilian prison.
Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for tuning into this channel. I really appreciate your love and support. Now, this Caucasian lady thought that it was okay to go to a foreign country and be racist to the people in that country, not knowing that racism is considered a crime that is punishable by jail term. Well, let's say that she left around and found out the hard way because she was arrested, arraigned in court. Although she was released on bail, she cannot move around because she has movement restrictions. Well, let me just say that I'm happy. A lot of us are happy because something is finally being done. Racism is not something that should be condoned in any society. And the fact that this country took it upon themselves to make racism a crime is something that is very commendable. Guys, I would like us to watch some of the videos that I have prepared for you. Every clip and every stitch, credits belong to the original creators of these videos. Stay tuned and also let me know what you think on the comment section. I will be back with more commentary.
I was today years old when I learned that it is illegal to be racist in Brazil. Like this woman right here, she's Argentinian and she went to Brazil and basically started making monkey noises at the restaurant staff, and they reported her, and now she's looking at up to 5 years in prison. I bet she thought shit was sweet. Shit was just so funny. She was sitting there making the monkey noises. Then she walked away like everything was fine. They revoked her passport and gave her an ankle monitor.
Y'all, apparently Brazil does not play about racism and racial slurs. This lady right here, Agostina Paez from Argentina, went to Brazil and had a dispute about her bill and apparently started making monkey gestures and saying racial slurs. Y'all, she's been released before her trial date with an ankle monitor, and she is facing 5 years in prison. Yeah, we need this in the USA. We need these strict laws, yeah.
Where I come from, the law states that ignorance of law is not defense. And so for this lady to come out and say that she did not know that she was committing a crime by being racist, it's neither here nor there. And also, like, it is racism, literally. Racism, people have always been against racism for years. That is a moral wrong. That is something you should know that you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to be racist towards another person. But I think because she's used to getting away with it, she thought that it is something that's normal, and she basically normalized racism. She honestly thought that she can do it to anyone and anywhere. But now karma is catching up with her, and she is forced to learn the lesson the hard way.
Brazil does not play about racism. I'm just seeing this story about Agustina.
Brazil is viral right now, finally, because it's a wonderful place. Very popular because of Carnival. But before you visit, you really should know this. It is a crime to be racist there. It's also a crime to be homophobic and transphobic. It's very much not freedom of speech. They don't play about this there. It's jail, no bail. They're also passing a law against feminicide, meaning that if a man kills a woman, he spends life in prison, no parole. No getting out early, no good behavior, no making deals. That's not a thing, non-negotiable, life in prison. I love that for them. The other thing is last week, they also passed some pretty strict laws against animal abuse. And I love it for them because, I mean, the place is fun, the good food, the people are wonderful, and the laws actually work. Look at that. You don't get to use your freedom of speech to just be an asshole. I think some countries should write it down. And anytime I tell people about this, people are always so shocked. Like, how dare they? Like, what about my freedom of speech? You don't get freedom of speech here either, babes. You don't get it. You don't have it. Like, do you see the president going after people for saying they don't like him?
At the end of the day, this isn't just about one woman. This is about a bigger shift happening all over the world. For generations, racism lived in the shadows of silence. People are told to ignore it, to tolerate it, or simply accept that that's just how some people are. And because of that silence, many people who carried hateful attitudes felt safe. Some even felt comfortable believing that there would never be consequences. But here's the thing, times are changing. We are now in 2026. We cannot have people behaving as though we are in 1900s. Today, the voices are louder and people are not letting racism pass as though it's just another thing. What this whole situation shows is that choices have consequences. Words have consequences. Actions have consequences. You cannot go around insulting people and think that you will get away with it. Because today people are woke and are not letting things slide. So just know that whatever you do, the things that you say, at the end of the day, if you don't make wise decisions, you will be met with very harsh consequences that you will have to face. Now, as for this lady, she ended up being in prison in a foreign country just because she chose to make bad decisions, just because she decided not to be wise enough to know that you're not supposed to be racist. Because even though racism is not a crime in your country, that simple fact does not make it right. People all over the world have been complaining about this. People all over the world have been calling out racism because racism is not good. It is an insult to people. Just know that the world is moving towards accountability. So it is very important you think twice before you choose hate, before you humiliate another person, because respect is not optional anymore. It is expected, and when it's ignored, the consequences can be life-changing. Thank you guys for watching up to this point. Please know that this video is not meant to instigate any hate but for educational purposes. If you're new here, this is Talk with Kate. If you haven't subscribed, kindly consider subscribing to this channel, like this video and share. Until the next episode, bye.